Let me ask you. So you have a leader that is paying attention to this broadcast, and they recognize that whether they're leading 4 or 4,000, right? It doesn't matter. The dynamics are the same. What are some of the early warning signs that a leader should pay attention to, that there is disengagement starting to creep into that culture?
So Jay, I'm so glad you asked this question. We are not separate from the culture that we create. And so the number one way that you can tell if your people are disengaged is if you are. So if you don't want to get up and go to work, if you don't like meetings, if you don't like the people that you work with, if you are just going through the motions to pay the bills and hit your numbers and clocking in and clocking out, then guess what? So are they. If you don't feel like people care about you and the company, then they feel like you don't care about them and their family. If you feel like you're constantly having to spin plates and keep all the balls in the air, then guess what? That's because you're the only one that's trying to spin the plates and keep the ball in the air. If you feel alone, if you feel like it's hard and you feel like it's heavy, then people aren't engaged, because if we're leading in a way where everyone is engaged, Jay, it becomes so much fun. If we are passionate about the purpose of our company, that can't help but spill over into the people that we lead. And so the number one way to look for a disengaged team is to not look out, but to look in.
That's a powerful answer. That's such a clever and insightful answer, because you're right. As opposed to looking outwardly, let's start looking inwardly. And what you reflect on the outside is usually something that's happening on the inside, right? Isn't that true?